Morning guys, I hope we're doing well. Today we're going to be starting off a new unit of work all to do with 3D shapes, and today we're going to start off with a quick recap on what surface area means, and then over the next few lessons we're going to be covering lots of new material that you haven't seen before. Okay, so quick recap on area. So if I have a rectangle like this, how do I find the area of it? Well, it's quite an easy calculation. Multiply those two perpendicular lengths together, so 5 multiplied by 12, that gives me 60, and my units are centimetres squared because I'm thinking about area. Okay, so how do I find the area of a parallelogram? Well, it's the exact same calculation as a rectangle, so I just multiply these two lengths together, so 14 multiplied by 6, so that will give me 84 centimetres squared. And then if I'm trying to find the area of this triangle, how would I do that? Well, a triangle is basically half of a rectangle with the same dimensions. So 5 times by 16 and then half it. So base times height and half it. So that will give me 40 centimetres squared. Okay, so but what about if we're asked to calculate surface area of a 3D shape? Well, surface area just means it's the total area of the surface. In other words, I need to find the area of each face and then add together the total area of all of those faces. So if you're thinking about all of these faces, it's useful to draw diagrams of each face separately. So I'll start with these front and back sides. So for my front side, it is a triangle with dimensions 8 and 6. So base times height and half it. So 6 times by 8 divided by 2 would give me 24 units squared for this front face. And then the back face we know is exactly the same because it's a prism. So the back face will also be 24 units squared. So I've covered those two faces, but now to find the total surface area, I've got 3 more faces to find, and these 3 faces are rectangular. Okay, so drawing them out, just thinking about that net. So that yellow face will be here. We've got three rectangular faces all together. So I'm going to add those lengths to my sketch. So this length we can see by my diagram, it will be 7.2 centimetres. This length will be 7.2 as well, and the bottom length would be 8 centimetres. Okay, and this length here, can you see what it would be according to our diagram? Looking at that yellow face behind, that would be 10 centimetres. Okay, so we're looking for the total area of all of this. So you could either calculate each rectangle separately, or just the way I've done it, I've just saved myself a bit of time. I've just calculated this one long length and multiplied it by 10. Right, so that would be 224 units squared. So my total surface area is just adding all of these faces together, and then that will give me 272 centimetres squared, and that is my final answer. Okay, so why don't you try this next one yourself, please? So can you pause the video and see if you can find the surface area of this prism, and then unpause the video when you're ready for the solution. Okay, so let's begin by considering the faces. So that front face is a parallelogram, and my back face is also a parallelogram. Okay, so we know that to find the area of a parallelogram, just multiply those two perpendicular lengths together, just as if it's a rectangle. So 9 times by 6, that'll give me 54 units squared. And my back face is the same. I know that because this is a prism. So the back face is also 54, so I've done those. Okay, but now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 more faces to find, and these are rectangular. Okay, so drawing out the net, so I've got 4 rectangles to find. Let's just label them with their appropriate dimensions. Okay, so just like before, you could either calculate each rectangle separately and add them together, or you can just work out this one length and multiply it by 12 to save you some time. Okay, so all of those middle faces added together would be 384 units squared. So adding together all of my faces, that would give me 492 centimetres squared as my total surface area. Okay, so for your classwork today, could you please find it attached on Google Classroom? So it starts off just like what we've just done, but if you need something a little bit more challenging, you're more than welcome to skip some of these and focus on the questions towards the end of the worksheet where it's a lot harder, all right? And just please let me know if you need any help, and all your answers are on the sheet. All right, thanks very much, guys.